Welcome back to Moans and Bones Reactions. I am Othia, the Bones, and this is...
the Moans.
And today, we're going to be looking at something a little different. We've been recommended this by people we know, people online, blah, 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 just to see our thoughts on it, I guess. It is a bit different than things we normally cover on here, but it's looking at... what's called, I think, Survival Island. It's some kind of show where these two teams, one team of women and a team of men, were pitted against each other to see who could best survive on an island, is my understanding of it. And this has gotten a lot of views because the women talked a lot of game and then did not back it up, is my understanding. So we're gonna just have to see how this goes. We're mostly looking at this for fun, guys, so let's not get too serious in the comments or anything about like, see, look, they are idiots, they're not idiots. I don't know, we're all idiots at some point. So let's just see how these idiots survive on an island. Any bets you want to place, Una, on what's gonna happen?
I think a little bit about this, so I know it doesn't go well, but I'm not sure everything that happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess they're struggling for food and water primarily is gonna be their two biggest issues.
Yeah, maybe somebody's lazy. Yeah, that could happen on either side, really, in these shows.
Maybe shelter. I don't know. I'm not sure what. Like, that's the thing is we don't know. Like, if anyone in the comments could actually put the name of the actual show that this is from. And then two, also, like, maybe tell us, like, what they had to start with. Because I don't know if it goes over that here. I think this is going to be more of, like, just a review of different clips from the show, like, that season.
Yeah, not entirely sure, we go with how the challenge is for this one, because I've never
if you guys could fill in details for us, we would appreciate that, because that could be always interesting to know. But, all right, without further ado, let's get into this. We see a nice little... alligator or crocodile there.
Look at me. Look at me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're in. Here we go, puppy dog. Yes.
Puppy dog. Oh my god.
Surely I'm gonna die soon.
Alligator.
We have nothing to drink. We don't know where we are.
Oh, another lost. And they're just like...
I don't want to sound too cocky too early.
No, I don't think we should.
Well, aren't these on an island? Do they have to go far? I'm confused.
Wait, what?
Like, they don't have to go very far, right?
What do you mean? They're on
They
an
just have to
island
survive on the island. They don't have to track anywhere.
Well, I mean, the island might be a few, like, it could be a larger island. Like, you could have to walk quite a bit.
And there's some challenges I've seen where sometimes they have a destination as the goal.
Oh, yeah, no, they're just trying to survive as best as possible for, like, a week or something, is my understanding. Like, they're just trying to survive for a certain period of time as best as possible. I also don't know quite how you get lost on an island. I mean, you have like a beach, right? Like you could just find where you are via the beach and then the location of the sun.
We're winning.
We're winning.
Julie, you just order me about all the time.
Oh no.
Dad bod.
They're just chilling.
Potatoes anymore. I'm just stuck there.
Oh my god. so they're just chilling, having a good swim. Cuts to the women. If she complains about those potatoes again, I'm gonna stab her. Jesus. Oh no.
This really is nothing to do with feminists so much as they chose some crazy chicks who
maybe. Okay,
don't have any teamwork.
We're not very far in. Let's just keep going.
This is the male version.
How long is this trip that she wants to stay?
Dreadful. Honestly, I feel absolutely dreadful. I never thought I would be so desperate for food and water.
We don't care.
The water was not an issue. Yeah. And actually dehydration was your own fault rather than lack of
Well, you
water.
came on a survival show.
Well, then the guy was just saying on the other team that dehydration was more of your own fault than anything.
Well, I've seen some extreme survival shows where like they come fit, but also they know intentionally to come like a little, not a lot, but like a little fat, because they know like if you have to rely on it.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the Alaska shows I've seen, for survival like the Alaska shows, because it's gonna be cold. They always they always try to fatten up before like a challenge or some kind of like competition there. I don't think these people are necessarily survivalists, all of them. I don't know. But it does look like they were even given some gear though. Like they're not, it's not like Naked and Afraid where you're just have nothing. I mean, they have jackets and all this stuff. Like, they already kind of have a leg up.
We don't care.
The water was not an issue. Yeah. And actually dehydration was your own fault.
That's so
rather than lack
funny.
of water.
The expedition party are dehydrated, hopelessly lost, and wandering directionless.
What?
Walking.
Just walking a tree, what?
All night, no dry clothes, and no
For their answers.
What? So all their clothes are wet, and they don't have a fire.
because we have to be.
Make a bad joke. It's because they're British.
Because we have to make the sticks?
What?
Yes, you have to gather wood for a fire. What do you mean?
We'll get there, I guess.
Meanwhile, the guys are just tackling alligators. Fuck yeah, oh my god.
With my family, and I just need to be at home.
We do not care.
It certainly looks more fun on their side.
All the decisions we've made thus far have been made collaboratively. We've not needed to conform to a system where there's a leader.
You're disorganized.
Okay, before this is the channel guy talking, but is she baked? Did she somehow bring some weed?
I guess people are gonna be like, I guess he's gonna be like, you don't have a leader, but the funny thing is there are actually some like tribes who don't have a direct leader, but they still know what they're doing.
Well,
so
yeah, and they still work together, and I guarantee someone takes a lead on
you're
something.
out here, but like you're out here vibing, Nancy. I'm out here vibing, Nancy. We're just gonna, or Carol, we're just gonna be out here vibing. I'm like, no, you have a goal still for.
And again, even though they didn't have like a tribe leader, they would still have leaders. Like, okay, you're the head canoer, or you're leading the hunting pack. Like, you would still have someone giving orders, like to help
but what
organize.
I'm thinking of, they can have it. Sometimes they don't. But again, everyone's actually trained to know what to do, so we don't have just goofballs
and again,
out here.
it's not about necessarily like I'm above you. It's more like I am giving you orders to organize our behavior and actions. Like, so like when they're like the guys are hunting like one of the alligators, right? Like one of them giving an order isn't telling them because he's above them, like some sergeant or fucking whatever. He's just telling them because he's probably helping them coordinate the battle, so to speak. Like, I don't know. Like I think there's a toxic understanding of what like leadership always means. And I feel people like can look at it so negatively that they don't realize like not all leadership means that some like the leader is above you. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It's just a method of organizing.
Yeah, just to reiterate that, I'm arguing though collaboration can work though too, but you actually have to be smart and not prideful and actually collaborate, not be like the way she's saying like we don't have to conform. Like, ma'am, you're missing the point. You do have to conform a little bit. You have to have a group goal. You have to. And
again, I don't give it like again. I think this is being again misconstrued. Like, leader doesn't mean I'm in charge of you. There can be a leader of hunting. There could be a leader of someone who's good at gathering. There could be a leader of someone who is purifying water. Like, that is their job. Yeah. If you need to do something with that task, you go talk to that person because they are the authority on that matter because they know what they're doing the best.
I'm the leader of this team.
What team?
Moans and Bones.
That's not a team. That's me as CEO and owner. There's no team here. Moving on.
To a system where there's a leader.
Your disorganized group with no leader is the reason why you can't even figure out how to purify water, which is what.
Why is this wannabe Mufasa?
Wannabe Mufasa. But I mean, he's not wrong though. They're not even purifying water. They can't figure that out. Like
I don't
they're
know how to
drinking
boil
dirty
it. What the hell?
water. They can't get a fire. This is, remember the
There's
lady
a few
said
other
no
things you can
fire.
do, but yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
We're winning.
In my opinion, then the minute they
We're
couldn't ever
winning.
establish a fire after a day, they probably should have been pulled because they suck.
They can't get a fire.
I don't want to drink the water.
GoPro was it? What the hell was that?
Decent water. The water was not an issue.
It's 2:30 now. No sign of a fire.
But see, like
We have people in butt flaps,
No
apparently.
sign of a fire.
That's happening.
But see, like they're just standing there. I don't see them
Underwear,
actually
is
like
underwear.
trying to make a fire or do anything productive. They're kind of just like standing around it, like, well, the fire isn't working. Like, you can't manage this problem
Let's
away,
see.
guys.
I don't know all the tools they have. I see like the machete.
I mean, I think we've seen the guys have a fire.
No, no, like
they-
what other tools?
Oh yeah. Well, even if you have to do something like that, right? Like, I'm not gonna stop until we have a fire. Like, we need that fire. There's no alternative. Like, you can't just give up either. I mean, look at the fire they fucking have. They've got a fucking pot down there
That's
boiling
what
with
skill
some
men
soup.
have.
What? I'm starting a fire? Oh my god.
Opinion on things.
Oh my god.
If I hadn't turned up today, and I turned up in 6 months,
Cool joke.
I bet these guys would be in pretty good shape.
It feels like a purpose on this island. It's just to be dehydrated.
What, girl? And don't cry, you're gonna be more dehydrated. Jesus Christ.
So
This is goofy because I feel like they got outdoorsy dudes and then chicks who I don't know if they've ever left the outside of their house.
Someone should explain this to us in the comments that maybe knows better, but I'm pretty sure like they challenged because they talked a bunch of hot shit, the chicks, about being not needing men in a challenge like this and that they could do it themselves.
The problem here is like it's not even like do they need men? They need somebody who has a brain cell. It could be a woman for Christ's sake. It could be anybody.
Well, I know, and it's my argument though is that they are so against having any kind of like following anyone's lead that if there is a woman there that knows some stuff, they're not listening to her. They just don't listen. I swear that's what's happening. Because I'm pretty sure there's like a couple women there that know what the hell they kind of need to do, but they just can't like cooperate to get these things done.
The women have now been without water.
Which is weird because if I'm hungry and like Karen can get me a chicken and like a water thing, I'm listening.
48 hours without water.
Oh, yeah, it's not good.
They are dangerously dehydrated.
I feel really drained.
Drink water enough.
Oh, they're going spear fishing.
My app again.
Hell yeah.
You don't know what that is. It could be
Once again, no.
What they're gonna eat? They're
it's
getting
deadly.
food.
It's poisonous.
They're getting
no.
food.
Breakfast.
Oh, no breakfast though for the
It's like snake crisps.
snake
It's
crisp.
very like pork scratching.
Almost 2
Yeah, but then I know some people who know what I've seen like documentaries who could cook cobra, so
I've eaten snake.
Eat
I
what you
mean,
can eat. Oh, really?
yeah,
I forgot about that.
I've had a rattlesnake and pheasant hot dog.
Oh, interesting.
pretty good.
How was it?
It was different. It was definitely different. It was really good though. It had like specific toppings on it too that kind of matched the flavors. It had like agave and like cactus stuff on it. It was like a desert themed hot dog. It was awesome.
The girl is at the point of starvation. If they don't eat soon, there's a genuine risk their organs will start to shut down.
Oh no.
But when the pounds are dropping off because of starvation and malnutrition, it's a dangerous mindset to have. And it really is not a cause for celebration.
130.
They're celebrating losing weight because they're starving. No, like I'm all for losing weight if that's what your goal is, guys. Like, be healthy, right? Like, take care of yourselves. Don't do this. This is not okay. One, if you're losing weight from starvation, you're gonna put that weight the moment you start eating right back on. Like, it's gonna come right back. But do not cheer for losing weight while you're starving.
Because this is starvation weight and probably water weight that they're losing.
Please talk, because my brain.
Because like, is this something? I don't know if they're just trying to find something to be positive about, or this speaks to how bad some culture for girls.
Oh, I think this speaks.
You should not be.
Yeah, no, I think this does speak to like the societal pressures that women have to lose weight. Across the like, because that's crazy.
How focused you are on how you look, because
like, because like, imagine being if you're living on an island, right, guys? Like, say you're trapped on an island. If you're worried about your pool figure, I think your priorities are a bit off base at that point. Oh, don't do this, guys. I'm not even like mocking her. I feel bad. Like, this isn't. It's not good to have that mindset, guys. Like, she should be.
So that's where her mind goes.
Like, I'm actually genuinely worried for her because that's not a great mindset.
Right, every Monday, I feel like I'm back there.
I have to say, I don't find starvation a good way of losing weight.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Look at the size of that.
The guy.
That one chick.
At least that one chick is like pointing that out. Like, yeah, that is not a thing to celebrate. Oh my god.
I don't think we should be celebrating.
Look at the size of that.
Oh, I can't get this.
Man, they eating good.
That was like Titanic. See, if I was Kate Winslet,
fish for you, which is gotta be your nightmare.
I mean, I've already accepted the fact that like if I get stranded on an island, I'm gonna have to eat fish. Like I there's no option. Like
if you like cook that bitch with.
Yeah, pretty much. Find a fucking coconut or some fruit, hopefully, to wash it down with. The guy.
I really thought we were going to have some until we left the island.
It's funny watching them realize that they can only say they don't need men while in the comfort of a first world country where men already provide them with everything they need to survive, but they can't even survive a week on their own without men.
I mean, he has a point when if he's talking about like generally like the large scale, like, oh, like all the food you get from the farms and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I think people in general, not just women, take for granted. If you live in a city or something, you take for granted.
Because that's the part I don't agree with. I know dudes, and I've watched shows of dudes,
I've met dudes that would be worthless in nature.
Yeah, that's a skill issue, not a gender issue.
Skill issue, get good. You heard it here first. Just like Elden Ring, guys, get good. Well, yeah, again, like I feel people who live in a city can easily become not realize how much work it takes to provide all of the normal daily amenities that we have.
Yeah, there's a lot of work in knowledge. Actually, it's one thing I'm aware of. Like, I don't know how to do everything for sure.
Ways of like extracting certain stuff, getting energy. I mean, there's so much that goes into our daily lives that we should all just in this moment, let's just take a moment to thank everything that we have, guys, that makes our lives like good. Food, heat, a home. Let's appreciate that. I think we don't appreciate that kind of stuff enough. And it can be easy, you know, like when you're separate from it, right?
Yeah, how we all collaborate, really. Each other's skills make a society.
Yeah, what a shocker that is. And you can't just compartmentalize like what people's skills are either. You don't necessarily know what someone's skills they worked on are either. Like, this reminded me actually real quick too is something I heard in a from a retail. It was like a story about different retailers' stories, like what employees had experienced. One grocery store worker's story was hilarious. He was, you know, just stocking, you know, random stuff, going through the store, and then a woman came up to him and asked, she's like, why do we need all these farms when we can just go to the grocery store to get our food? And he was like, what? He's like, do you know where all the food comes from? And she's like, and this is again not verbatim, like, but it was basically along the lines like, what are you, a fool? I already told you it comes from the grocery store. I'm just, so you know, like, that's kind of the mentality I feel like some people have, and it's just like, oh my god,
that is powerful, stupid. I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I like the idea though that she called him a fool. What are you, a fool?
I can't believe it's so stupid. Has she never gone past a farm? Like, why does she think they exist then?
I know, right? She has no idea. She has no idea where the, like, don't you realize they have to grow? Oh my god, I can't even with that.
Are the biggest I have ever caught in all my life. And one of them is the size.
I will say, at least in my experience, from what I've personally observed, so this is anecdotal evidence, guys, it doesn't really mean much, but from my own experience, I feel like the guy groups that I've been like thrusted into, that like guys I don't know really, but like been thrusted into for whatever reason, work, school, an event, camp, whatever, I felt like on the surface level we could mesh really well to get stuff done like this, like getting fire together, getting some food, putting up a tent, you know, like real basic work like that. Not that we were like best buds or nothing, but like we could work together really easily, quickly to get that kind of stuff done. And I don't know, the girls that I've seen work together to do similar tasks had a harder time, I guess, meshing immediately. From my experience.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I have the same experience. It would depend on the group though.
Oh yeah, I would say this is again anecdotal, so like I'm sure there's, you know, groups that just boom, they're getting stuff done right away, but that was my experience. Like, no,
I am eating myself from the inside.
Ugh.
I'm just hoping that we can get some food.
Put the stew on, we're boiling the bones down. I'm trying to feed 11 people in the next hour or 2 hours.
I haven't seen them even try anything.
Thirsty. Like, surely I'm gonna die soon. Stupid place.
Daddy brought home the bacon. Yeah.
Stupid place that she signed up for, I might add.
But half the group is tied
Again,
up.
I don't know if they'll cover this and like, do any of them know how to do any of these things, or if not,
I mean,
why did
some
they
of this
sign
stuff
up?
is
I'm so
basic
confused.
information though too. Like I'm not a survivalist, right? Like, but I know some of this stuff. They can't get a fire. They can't cleanse their water. So I guess now they're trying to collect rainwater, which I'm guessing is going to be a half-assed measure as well.
Collect rainwater.
I believe this. How disorganised can they be?
They've hardly collected any water.
That's it?
Is that the total amount of what we've just got from that rainfall?
Well, I guess all they have is a few jugs.
I am struggling.
I say they have a barrel, they'd be reset.
Well, they might have had other stuff, but they could have been inefficient at gathering it.
When in doubt, send Vic out.
The expedition party has spent all day.
She was like,
in Syria.
we don't see enough of the men too, because is it even just like a few guys who are really skilled, but they're just following them? I can't tell really.
But if
I'm
they're
not
still
keeping
helping
track
them,
of
that's still
faces
better
and-
than not following
Yeah.
anyone and nothing happening. Like,
Heat, only to find them.
see, I think that's the issue. Is like they want to not follow anyone, and then nothing's happening. Even if it is just a couple of guys that know a lot on the other team, following them is the right answer. Because clearly they're getting fed, they have water, they're kind of on a vacation almost.
They've walked in one big circle, back to Coconut.
No, the girls walked in a big circle. How do they? I mean, come on. I mean, I get forests can be confusing, but they're on an island.
Somehow there.
But they're on an island.
It's not that far. You think they have markers or something.
Well, and again, they know that their camp is on the East Coast because of the way the beach is. And then the sun. So, like... And surely, I mean, they have packs, right, with stuff. I swear to God they gave them a compass. There's no way they didn't give them a compass.
Yeah.
This isn't Mirkwool Forest or whatever the fuck from Hobbit.
How did that happen? I don't even understand. We cannot walk anywhere on this island without getting lost.
I don't mean to laugh, but Jesus, oh my God. It's just so bad.
Just be like, at that point, okay, pick it up. Let's make sure not to get backtracked again and go back. I mean, I guess they're all worried, so maybe that's why. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why you cry over it, but then I guess they're all more anxious.
I mean, we've seen a lot of the chicks crying, like, from, like, point one already.
I think we made it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, this is exciting. This is
Why is it you're so adamant you're right all
Just
the time?
hold on. Just,
I'm not adamant I'm right.
Yes, you are,
Listen,
because you're dismissing everybody else.
Listen,
It's
I'm...
the-
Second one, boys, on the third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Oh my God, they have a massive fishing net.
Maybe they just have that.
Maybe there's a way they can get equipment, or again, maybe the women have the equipment too, and they're just not utilizing it properly.
Like, that's why I'm so curious about what equipment they had, or their challenges where they're supposed
anyone
to go get
in the
stuff,
comments, please let us know, because like we are not sure. But if they have like the same stuff, which in my mind would make sense if they had access to the same stuff. This is bad. Like oh my God, like just try something. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Okay, well, where are we going now? Where are we going now? No more confrontational arguing.
And remember, like, she's Belinda here. She's a doctor. Like,
I don't want to lead. I'm sorry, I don't want to lead this group. I don't want to.
and then when they're trying to choose a leader, the leader won't take charge. Oh my God.
Well, there's a few crazy, like, you just need to be the sheep, and you needed to think about before you came on this thing without skills, because ma'am, why did you
don't run your guys' mouth being like, oh yeah, we could totally do this, we don't need guys, we don't need anyone who knows anything, we can just survive on our own knowledge because we're just that bad.
We've seen like 2 or 3 chicks who are annoyed at all the other chicks who maybe they thought if they were in a good enough group they could do it, but they got fudged by who they got put with.
Well, and I think even if there is like it might be even if like let's do the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's say the men have like 2 or 3 guys that know what they're doing, like for sure, and the women have 2 or 3 girls that know what they're doing. If the girls aren't willing to listen to the 2 to 3 that know what to do, they're not going to get anywhere. Clearly, I mean. Like if a guy knew how to hunt, like or fish, like use the net, I will help him do whatever he needs to get that net working.
I can't fucking deal with this.
What the fuck?
The women have circled back to Coconut Beach for a second time.
They circled back to the beach that they're trying to leave again.
Because like, obviously they might not show this footage, but like, because wouldn't you have gotten to the place where you turn back around and this time not turn back?
Circled back to Coconut Beach.
Or it looks like this time they went further, because they had gone around. Yeah, they had gone around the first time, like here around this bend, and they went back. So now they went
clearly
further,
not the right thing to do.
And then they went back again. Again, I swear to God, there's no way they don't have a compass. I maybe correct me if I'm wrong, guys, if they didn't have a compass, but I don't. I feel like for a show where they have equipment like they do, like jackets and stuff, a compass would be like one thing they definitely would give them.
Yeah. You can just try a different direction.
I can't believe that.
They're not once.
They have pushed through the jungle for. Look at the loop they did. Oh my God. I mean, look at the shape of the.
Come on.
Look at the shape of the island, though. Like if you go on the coast, guys, like you can see that there's this V shape of the island. Like I guarantee they have a map or have seen the island.
For some reason, you're that confused. Just hug the coast more.
Exactly why I keep mentioning they're on an island.
Oh god.
Their camp is near one of the coasts. If you just follow a coast, eventually you're bound to reach it. Oh,
I don't know how the terrain is. Maybe it's harder than I'm given credit for. But
I don't care. No, but that's not the. That's doesn't matter. Like if you want to know where you're going, follow the coast. Like just do it. Follow it as closely as you can. Like I just can't believe they looped again.
Step closer.
Nice one,
For the moment, absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, definitely feel like a tribe on a hunt.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Everyone's come out prepared.
You really need to know how I'm feeling.
I feel fine. Another day at the office.
It's really hard.
It is hard. You're starving.
I feel really good.
So I'm not really gonna. I get what she's coming from, but
I feel like it's starving of her of like their own creation, though.
yeah, I'm saying at that point I get why they're scared and anxious. I mean,
sure, but I mean, but does that help? Like sitting there doing that, like I feel like it's wasting energy that they should be putting towards actually maybe getting clean water or getting food.
Yeah.
Like you don't have time
at this
for
point,
that.
they should just make sure they're going back home. But as we already know, they're loopers. So.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah, it's not.
Not like the movie either.
It's watching us.
Bye.
Though potentially deadly to humans, a crocodile of this size could provide tens of thousands of calories for the women, who have barely eaten in days.
Just
the
kill
women
it.
decide to walk away from this potentially life-saving feast.
They're coming for you.
He's got closer, hasn't he? He's not scared of us.
Look at me.
Now he's trying to play chicken with you. He's like, come out to the water, Billy.
Here we go, puppy dog.
Yeah. Puppy dog.
Poor Crocs. It's funny because I watched this thing the other day where like a woman saved her dog from a crocodile, which was pretty cool. But she's like, everyone says they're more scared of us than they are, like us, that phrase. But like, I'm like, they actually are. They really want to ambush you, actually, because if they're out of the water and you're aware of them, you can quite easily.
Well, it just makes it
especially in a
easier.
group, we can quite easily. We know how to noodle their snouts. Unfortunately, for those
And
poor
I'm
bastards.
pretty sure that is an alligator, not a croc, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Crocs are real
Like,
dangerous.
Yeah, they're dangerous, but they really do want to ambush you. Just kind of like a cat.
Well, yeah.
They prefer to
But
ambush.
they also have a PSI force on their jaws that could easily snap your arm off. So, I mean, they're fine in terms
There's
of
a reason
physical
why Billy
altercation.
Bob
Well, yeah.
knows how to be a crocodile wrangler at a show.
It's really hard.
But see, this is the thing. This is the difference I'm seeing. I mean, like, the guys, like, what they're doing isn't easy. Like, this isn't easy for them. But none of them are complaining about how hard it is.
It is significantly less harder because they have, again, they're actually collaborating. They're having fun, and they know what they're doing.
And they're
so
working
like,
together, and they're creating a true. And I do think, at least from the footage we're seeing, they are creating a far more positive environment. The women's environment over on that team is negative as shit.
Seriously,
Not a good place.
On that bad boy.
On that
Since I'm
bad boy.
confused, there's not even really enough survivor spirit in general on their team, or like they're not having like
all
how
just
do we go
slowly
kill that and
dying.
eat that, or how do we forage for that or something. It's just like, oh my god, I'm out here. And I'm like,
it's
how did you come on this?
on this island.
I'm just baffled still. I know I've said it a lot of times. I'm just confused. I wouldn't sign up for this because I know I don't know enough.
Well, even if you know, even if it's the point of the show, like to have people who don't know a ton to be on it, like I would be brushing up on some things. I would try and be a benefit, and I would try to organize our teams so we can live. I mean,
Yeah, I've seen different levels of survival shows. They are not meant for this level.
No, they are not. They're meant for like Survivor.
Yeah, at most.
I've spent hours rearranging wet knickers and washing all around this camp and squeezing it out and hanging it up for you.
I've been biting my tongue but all the time.
You don't want me to...
Oh my god!
Wait, what? Not the knickers, but what else are like? What was the girls' rebuttal?
What?
I'm squeezing it out and hanging it up for you.
I've been biting my tongue but all the time.
She said I've been biting my
I have no idea
tongue.
what she's saying.
She said
Yeah, is that
I've
all
been
she's
biting my
saying?
tongue. Yeah, she said I've been biting my tongue, aka I think she means she's like, well, I could have been complaining about all these other things, but I haven't been.
Yeah, seems stupid. Is that
And the other woman's
Whatever.
complaining that she's having to do all this work while I'm guessing she just sits there or something.
Yeah, I thought I was trying to get the vibe of like what was that about exactly.
It
That
seemed like
seems
that was the vibe where
my-
she was doing a ton of work and the other chick was just kind of hanging around.
What happened in the break?
I'm so ill that I just need to sleep. Like my throat, I can't swallow.
Enjoy the idyllic tropical sunshine. I think life isn't too bad.
Hell yeah.
We can't eat because we have no fire.
They still have no fire. Ah.
They just found like some coconut fruits and see if they could cut up the machete, and then desperately made that fire, also catching rainwater.
I would have
and just,
tried
like, cuddling together.
anything to get that fire going. Because then once you
hardly-
have a fire, you can keep a fire going. Like you can have a
Yeah.
perma fire and like maintain fires, have multiple fires that you're maintaining. So if one goes out,
I
you still
hardly
have the
know what
other.
else they're doing without that fire. For crying out loud.
That's what I mean. Like this would be top priority. I'd be doing this 24/7 unless I'm passing out.
Let the feast begin, boys. Yes.
They got a whole fucking barbecue fire pit over here. Yeah.
Boys get stuck in, it's like chicken.
We have nothing to drink because we can't boil it to purify it and sterilize it.
Oh god, I feel like I have to Sunday dinner at home. Absolutely lovely.
Really struggling, guys.
God, come on.
Give some love.
Char grilled to smoky perfection. Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Oh my god, the cuts to the women all crying at different times. It's insane. You're dehydrated. Stop crying. Save your tears. The Dune people would be very upset with you.
Well, I know it's on this island, and I'm not like a master forager, but they don't even know how to like forage for things.
Well, you would
Really.
think, and there may be coconuts and something, but I don't even know if they are looking for
Yeah.
that. I have no idea. Again, more details would be appreciated in the comments.
Certain family members who love like watching these shows, I wonder if they know. Or at least, because I recognize Bear Grylls, I think that's his name. They at least watch. There's other shows he's done that I'm aware of.
They got
Did I
21
miss something?
fishies for the dishes. It was just the way he delivered that was so funny. I didn't mean to stop you from your point. I just couldn't help but like, fishies for the dishes.
We don't make fire today. We can do it tomorrow.
Wait, what did she say?
We don't make fire today. We can do it tomorrow.
She's either saying we can make if we can make a fire can't make a fire today, we can't tomorrow, or we can tomorrow. Girl, you needed the fire
not sure.
like 4 days ago. It's overdue.
21
Little fishies for the dishes.
For the dishes. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, what the fuck?
Can't do it.
What are they doing?
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
A croc of this size could provide the men with
Oh shit, that is a
whole camp.
huge
Your
croc.
urine results and things here, and I'm looking at your weight charts and everything, and I'm looking at people whose kidney function is on a decline, and I cannot stand by.
Kidney
and let
function's
that decline
declining.
Continue. Now, there's no easy way to say this.
Yeah, you suck. Yeah, you just suck.
I'm teetering right on the
Good shape.
of
The
you all off the
worst
island
problem is
from
they don't have any promising outlook either. Like, it's not gonna get better.
Yeah, well, and that's what he just warned them. Like, if things don't improve soon, we're pulling you off for medical reasons. I mean, not shocking.
No.
Wow.
If you do not get control in 36 hours' time, you're
36 hours time, so they have a day and a half.
No, Saki and Rupert couldn't have imagined they'd be confronting one
To be
of
honest,
nature's most fearsome.
Most of them are doing so poorly, I would be like, just pull me. Because unless one of you bitches have a
right.
miracle up your pooch.
Yeah, like, is my team going to change in the next 36 hours?
Like, we have to have like a serious immediate, like, what's our plan? And if it ain't good, sayonara.
Well, let's see what happens, I guess.
I'm gonna take that motherfucker down.
Armed with just a piece of string.
The alligators and crocs. Whatever they
This
are.
is like, this is a mix of Monster Hunter and Delicious in Dungeon. I'm like, do I even want to eat that? I suppose it broke.
I mean, it's better than being hungry, like 100%.
True.
So
True. I'm just joking.
that's why.
the way
That's
that
why I'm
looked.
even cheering for the fish. Like, if I was in this position, I ain't gonna be picky. I don't have the lug. That's the thing is, I think maybe that's part of the misunderstanding on the women's team is I do not have the luxury of bitching about eating fish when we're on an island trying to survive. I do not have that luxury anymore. Being able to weep about my problems is a luxury at times. Which I think they're kind of wasting. They don't have that luxury.
A surprise, Tonight we feast like kings.
Morning. So I now need to wait for this to get boiled, which is going to take a
They
long
have a fire?
Oh.
No.
You dummies. Why would you?
That was their pure water and it just tipped over. The whole contain. They were trying to boil the. Oh god. Oh my god.
Why you just do a smaller. Oh my god.
Sick. Now we've got one jerry can and it falls predictably. I knew it was going to fall.
Then why didn't you do anything to stop it from falling? Like, what?
By the time she's picked it up, all the water's falling out.
You should have done something about it.
Did you
But I guess
hear
they
that
might be
last
fighting
bit?
too much and they don't want to. Yeah, it's all falling out. I heard it.
Picked it up, all the
Oh.
water's falling out.
All the water's gone now, too. Oh my god. They got a shark.
He's a big boy.
You would think after all their failures, they would try to make some changes. But
I kind of agree. It doesn't feel like they've tried to
too
change.
logical, which is why they decided on continuing without a leader, just so they can all be equal.
I think, personally, we need to decide on a leader.
I can hear you're really passionate, Georgie, and I totally get it. But I think
Oh,
the men
God.
who collaboratively lead the group.
It's amazing how happy.
No comment on
there's-
that.
By the way, because actually, so I've had the honor of knowing some native peoples. There is a way to do this, and they
Well,
have
yeah,
women
again,
leaders.
yeah,
But
well,
you
yeah.
again need to actually have a goal. You need to actually come up like this is what we know how to do. You actually have to use your pea brain, bitch. Come on.
But this is my point. Like, this is clearly what you're doing isn't working, girl. So decide on a leader who you will listen to, who can organize your guys' efforts towards what you need to complete most, and create a list of which efforts to tackle next. Like, again, it's like this thing with like they're so unwilling to like call someone else a leader because in their head it puts them above them.
I was gonna say at this point they probably do need an outright leader, but there is a way to collaboratively lead. But you actually had to come up with game plans. You had to talk things out. You had to do anything.
It's this it's an inherent belief that leader, that word, is negative. Like someone who's your leader is immediately like an asshole.
What I'm trying to get to is like you have to come to a consensus. Like, are you actually ever coming up to an end goal, or are you just round robbing bitching? Because that's not helpful.
And the way she said it too, like, I hear you're really passionate,
what it feels like they're doing.
Georgina. I hear you're really passionate. Like, oh girl, shut up. Oh, you shut the.
Like,
she's the only one trying to do anything productive.
Has there ever been a consensus on a goal of what you need done and know how to do it?
I can hear you're really passionate, Georgina. I totally get it. But I think for me, we collaboratively lead the group.
See, we collaboratively lead the group. Lead it what? What are you leading at that point? Are you all just doing your own thing? Because that's not collaborative leading.
If you're never coming to a consensus on what you need to have done, then you're not getting anywhere.
I know, right?
At which point, you might as well be doing all your own thing.
Jesus.
This is so goofy.
Harvey, that system is not working because we've done that, and I think we're stumbling from one day to the next, and now we're in crises.
Something has gone wrong somewhere.
What do you think has gone wrong?
We're literally starved.
You know, this is telling you this isn't. This is not doing. Some of these people are just crazy. He doesn't know what's gone wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was focusing on too.
If you don't know what's gone wrong, then I cannot help you.
What do you mean? What's gone wrong? What do you mean? What's gone wrong? What? Do I need to write you a fucking list, bitch? What? And then look at her face when she was like, "That system's not working. That system's not working for us. Okay, like we need to do something else." And she's like, "I think it's working. I think that's what the face is giving me. Like, I think it's fine."
The next, and now
a skill issue.
Something
A collaboration issue, a mental issue.
At least she's like what she said.
Too many.
Something has gone wrong somewhere. She thinks so. She's on some level of sense, but then
What do you think has gone wrong?
it hurts, guys. I just did not expect this to be this bad.
Literally starved.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Come on. Good. No, just down in one.
I think what's going with the leadership style, maybe you can make an argument like they could still be collaborative, but then you could still be like, this is how we need to do it better.
Yeah,
we need to figure out what to do, something. But actually, she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Ma'am, come on. You have to have some critique."
Scorpion or bug or whatever that was.
Nah.
That was amazing.
I would not prefer it, but I think I've eaten like a bit of scorpion. Supposedly there's Georgina sucker.
Well, no, that doesn't. Well, whatever. I guess it counts, but gross.
I've watched so many shows. I've seen this one lady cook up a tarantula.
Oh my!
I guess I would try it if I'm hungry enough.
When I went on a trip to Eastern Asia, I definitely saw like street markets where they were grilling up tarantulas. Oh, no thanks, guys.
I do like scarf at some things. It'd be hard, but if I had to adapt, I probably could because I know I'm privileged to have like only one or two meat sources.
Like I definitely ate things I wouldn't normally have eaten because of just the situation when I was traveling out there. Like I ate fish and stuff, but definitely wouldn't choose it.
You know, try and work together without causing arguments, disagreements, unnecessary stress.
A few.
I mean,
more of that,
literally
like, what was going down.
Literally speaking, what needed to happen. I mean, it was kind of clear this was happening in the background, even without seeing all the scenes. But
Try and work together without.
like, how is that How does that need to be said in this scenario? You're trying to survive on an island. You have a team. Work together. Oh my god.
You barely have anything done too, so I'm like, what are you arguing about?
A few moments later.
I've had enough of everything.
What's your profanity? With the net set, the men's attention turns elsewhere.
Has anyone had a wank since being here? I haven't actually.
Why should I let somebody boss me about
Okay,
and
ready, so we
tell me
kinda-
what to do? I'll do what I want to do.
You cannot stand there and go, I'm going to do what I want to do, and if someone's telling me what to do, I'm not going to do it. But we all need to...
Okay, I see the problem. Like, immediately, that pretty much spelled out the whole problem with this entire team.
Yeah.
They cannot, like, their ego. I feel like in their effort to be quote unquote equal, in this example, I feel like they have twisted it to where their egos will not allow them to do anything that anyone else tells them to do.
The only way that should be, like, your ego should allow you to do that is, one, you don't need them at all, so you're like, what the fuck ever.
I'm
or
good
two,
to
they're
go,
being so
right,
stupid that I shouldn't follow them. Otherwise, you should probably shut up and come up with a plan.
Listen to people who actually maybe know something about the situation more than you, because that probably will happen more than once in your life, girl.
coming together.
Exactly, the arguments have started already.
It's not an argument, Jenny.
This is what happens when you try and elect leaders.
It's a
What? That's what they were saying? Well, we're trying to elect leaders, so now we're having problems. No, we were having problems before that.
It's not an argument, Jenny. This is what happens when you try
It's
and
not an
elect
argument.
It's amusing how they can't stand each other or work together, even when their life depends on it.
Okay,
They're
Mufasa.
only focused on their feelings and what they want to do. On the other hand, the men understand they need a leader to get things done efficiently. So they elected the most qualified man without letting their feelings get in the way.
See, and I don't know, maybe someone in the comments could put below, but I feel like this one might actually know what she's doing more than the others, but no one listens to her. I'm not sure. Again, like, let us know in the comments, guys. This video is getting long, so we should finish this up.
Yeah, I've had a wank.
Over
there. No, where I did. Only once. Right, tell me where you had. Remind me not to go around there again.
I'll do what I want, when I want. I don't want anybody telling me what to do, bossing me about. Fed up.
Problem. I don't know if he was doing with the other crazy chick, because I probably wouldn't want that crazy chick to boss me around for sure. Just
But when you're
outside her.
surviving on an island, the last thing I want to hear from any member of my team is, I'll do what I want to do when I want to do it. Like the last thing I want to hear. Yeah, the environment you guys have cultivated for your own team is just terrible. I don't blame them for feeling like so bad. Like, I mean, they all like clearly just don't like each other.
It's so beautiful.
Oh no, what the fuck?
Jules.
What's wrong?
You're so weak.
This is ridiculously wonderful.
I do not want to be on camera today. If anybody films
I guess you want to tap, but she should have tapped.
If anyone films me, I'll kick off. Girl, you're on a TV show.
What's it like? What's it like? It's
beautiful.
Oh, baby. Mate, this is amazing. Mate, this is bollocks.
Get B and get on the blower. No. George, no. Don't bring anyone. I'll get her out.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
And I knew it. I knew the stereotype was wrong, you know? But I knew they could nail this.
I wouldn't consider getting medical interventions and supply handouts to keep them alive as nailing it. but to each their own.
Yeah, what we're talking about, I'm almost in that in context.
Yeah, again, guys, if you guys can add more context about the show, we would really appreciate it. That was quite the trip to watch. I mean, from what we saw, oh man, they really needed to rethink their abilities in this scenario. Like,
yeah.
And also, just there's no teamwork there. There was no teamwork whatsoever.
No.
And they created such a negative environment. They weren't even positive at the start, like before things got bad. They were kind of already kind of just like blah.
Yeah. A few things I can get into, but wanted to wrap it up. I also want to get a debate on certain things, because like I'm like, but just to me, like, this is not a gender thing, because I've seen other shows and I've known people in real life. This is just like some people who had lacked all skill, and I don't know why they came on the show.
Well, and I think they maybe kind of made it a gender thing because they were like, we don't need no men, I think was like how this started. So they kind of twisted it to that. But yeah, no, there's people on both in any gender that would suck at this. It's just about they just didn't have any willingness to work together to actually tackle the problems that they were facing, and that ultimately led to them just having a miserable time.
I don't remember what it's called. I didn't watch it fully because I'm not always into these shows, but I've seen shows where like you can get people kicked off, like there's backbiting and like there's people with various skills on each side that obviously have more right to be there, and it's like a competition where this is just like
just survive, just prove that you guys can do it for however long, and they could not do it.
Again, confusion of why they even went. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. But thanks, guys, for watching our reaction here. In the comments below, would you want to stay on an island like this and have a good time, or do you think you would not want to do this and stay in your comfy home? For me, I'm gonna stay where I always want to be, which is in my gaming arcade parlor, drinking coffee and playing games and watching shows and making reactions for all of you.
For you.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll take my steak delivered. If you're gonna make me some croc nuggies, I'll take those delivered too. Do not need to do it myself. But yeah, no, leave it below. And then if you have opposite question, if this is more interesting to you guys, where is the most interesting place you have traveled? I always think that's a fun question to ask. Would love to hear where you guys have been, where you like to go, that kind of thing, where your favorite maybe food was to eat. So yeah, let us know, and we will talk to you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.